Hey everybody, welcome back to Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. Why don't we go flying the friendly skies with an otter and a cleaver? Amazing. Be right back. Hey everybody, that crazy guy that said something about flying the friendly skies with an otter and a cleaver, well, that does have something to do with the shave. This is the final video of the week. We go back to the shop tomorrow, and then our next video will be on Sunday, where we will announce the winner of the 777SR Round 2. Before we get started, as always, please check out www.theshavingcadre.com. We feel that it's the finest gentleman's shaving and other interest forum on the interweb, so please check that out. Also, if you'd be so kind, please like and subscribe, comment, and then down here, ring the bell so you're notified when any new content comes out. Also, in the description section, please make sure that you check out the channels and the websites that we link. They support this channel as well as the Shaving Cadre, and we certainly appreciate it if you'd support their channels as well. Okay, flying the friendly skies. Well, I saw this from my good buddy Nurse Dave, who enabled me, and I had never used this manufacturer's soap, but so far this is going to be the first use of a soap from this manufacturer. Small mom and pop type operation, but the packaging, the way that they package everything together, the card that you get when you get this stuff is just truly a class act, something that you'd see from Truefit and Hill, DR Harris, Royal Bermuda, and very, very impressive. And I believe they're out of Texas. I'm not sure about that. I'd have to double check. But anyhow, I saw this, and being a pilot myself, I had to do it. And this is Noble Otter Logbook. Now, pardon me while I put my glasses back on because the writing is very small. This is right in my wheelhouse. So it's a bergamot, orange, pepper, nutmeg, cedar, patchouli, leather, amber, moss, and elemi. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. And it smells just incredible off the puck. Can be used winter or summer, but the artwork on the Noble Otter stuff I've noticed for a long time, and it's just absolutely fantastic artwork. It's just neat, and why I hadn't tried it before, I don't know. Probably when you have an entire locker full of soaps, you kind of wonder. So that's the soap we're going to be using. Now, the cleaver for today's shave is going to be this beast. This is a George Wolstenholme's 8/8 for barber use, almost not quite, I'd say a near wedge, but just a wonderful, wonderful razor. The brush we're going to be using, again, not that I need another brush, but this one just seemed cool. This is also from Noble Otter, and it's, well, I'd say probably a 26, 28 millimeter, I'm not sure, synthetic, and just wonderful, wonderful brush so far. And then, of course, for the aftershave and the EDP, we'll be using the Logbook matching one. So let's see how she lathers, because I did not pre-lather this soap or anything else. So I'm going to try off a dry puck to start off with and then go from there. Lather's really nice. I'd give this, off the puck, I would give this probably a 3.5 as far as a scent scale. But that's off a dry puck, so if I bloomed it, it'd probably be a little bit more. But it lathers really easy. I think we're probably 10 seconds into the lather on a synthetic brush. So, really simple. Very creamy feeling on the hand. And let's see how she is on the face. No sensitivity at all, which for me, can always be an issue with brand new soaps. Okay, I would bump that scent, scale of scent up to about a 4 now. Based on what I'm seeing, it's going to take on quite a bit of water, I think. Feels great on the face. And the scent blend, you don't have one that pops out more so than the other. You can kind of smell all of them. Of course, the citrus is usually the first, and you do get some of the bergamot, but you can smell the patchouli, the cedarwood, and in a way, you could think that this could be what the inside of a 747 cockpit would smell like with all the pilots, because I'm sure that they all use manly fragrances. Okay, the razor has been, I was kind of lazy today, it's just been taken across the balsa convex hone. This is a very quiet razor, being near wedge, but basically you don't have to do any work. It is so heavy that basically all you need to do is let it drop down your face and let it do all the work. But the quietness of the razor is also what leads you into a false sense that it's not deathly sharp. But it's so weird listening, or should I say the lack of listening to this razor, because it's so quiet. This is also a fun razor to use in the mustache area too, because it's so big. But that is the nice thing about the barber notch. You can get right in there. Beautiful first pass, very creamy. Residual slickness with water is very nice. And again, no sensitivities at all. It just feels wonderful on the face. There's no menthol in this, but it does simulate some cooling. But the lather itself is very cloud-like. See what I did there? Cloud-like, logbook, pilots. Yeah, I know that was terrible. But I've got to say, I am a little saddened that I had not tried Noble Otter before, but there are so many soap makers out there. And the artwork on this is just really, really cool too. The glide is really nice. You know, sometimes you get a soap that will actually clean the face so well that you'll get a little bit of chatter, blade chatter. But this stuff is beautifully slick. Yeah, and the scent is sticking around. The residual slickness without water is pretty good, actually. And for an inexpensive brush, this has got a great feel to it. The synthetic brush is very soft, but it has enough backbone to where it feels a lot like a Badger. And I think we've discussed this in various videos, that the synthetic knots nowadays are getting so good that, quite frankly, I find myself grabbing for synthetics, especially during the week, because it's just wet and go. The luxury of the synthetics is rivaling your best Badgers, I think. I mean, when you get a company like Simpson's or some of your larger brush companies that are offering synthetic knot offerings, that tells you something. People like the convenience. So far, a tremendous shave. And the scent is staying consistent throughout the entire shave, which is really nice. The scent is not evolving as much in the soap, which I wouldn't expect it to. But in the aftershave and the EDT, I think it will. And this is just initial impressions anyway. I'll do a full review on this after I've used it a few times. I did also purchase the holiday, because believe it or not, other than the Christmas Eve bath soap, I did not have a Christmassy shave soap, because I've got a pretty bad sensitivity to anything with cinnamon in it. So unfortunately, La Poire Foncée, which I had, lights me up pretty good. I mean, I've got a bunch of fur type scents, but nothing specifically Christmas. And this, the one from Noble Otter, I figured why not? We'll give it a shot. Okay, let's see if we need any cleanup. Wow. Tremendous shave, good residual slickness. In fact, I'm going to see if I can do the cleanup with just the slickness of the soap. Pretty good. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to flat blade because I'd actually taken most of that off. Yeah, I'm not going to take a chance with the second side. But it'll be a nice way to compare. Yeah, much smoother with the soap. Yeah, much better. I think I'll do one more flat blading just with the soap. There we go. Tremendous shave. Like I said, there's no menthol in it, but I am feeling a little bit of cooling on my face, which is really not that bad. But great residual slickness even after the first rinse. See if there's any reaction to the alum at all. Nothing. Good stuff. So far, so good. So I got to hand it to the ownership of Noble Otter. Very nice. That may be the Noble Otter rabbit hole now. And we're going to stick with Quinn's Lavender today. We'll let that dry down while we finish the brush off, clean that off. So for an inexpensive synthetic brush, you know, and unfortunately people that know me and those of you that know the channel, I like to be kind of matchy on my shaves, colors and fragrances and brushes. And if I'm, you know, going to have one specific company, I don't mind using their brush. And it's just a very simple, traditional handle with a synthetic, what I guess could be argued could be a synthetic, almost a tuxedo, and just a wonderful knot. And it's got wonderful engraving on the bottom. So when a company does stuff like this and does this on the bottom, it may not cost them much, but it's got a richness to it that I think is worthy of having. Because if you're going to spend, you know, 20 bucks on a brush, 30 bucks on a brush, you don't expect a lot, you know, especially when most of us have spent multiples of that more on brushes. Again, the razor for today was the Wosty, a Woston Home IXL Celebrated 8/8 for barber use with a barber notch. For the aftershave, again, we're going to be using Noble Otter Logbook. That's now you really get the citrus. Feels nice on the face. Well, a little bit of an alcohol hit, but that's what you'd expect. Oh, wow, you really get the cedar wood mixed with everything else. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be a user all the time. We wanted to go with somewhat of a neutral talc today, so we're going to use Menon again. And it's just been easy to use because it's in this nice little small vintage container. My sound department, if you heard them in the background, had to do their poof rendition. Oh, just a beautiful shave. Definitely DSBBS, a good one for the last shave of this week. And then cool little bottle for the EDP. Again, you get all the citrus notes, but the cedar wood really comes out to me on this. And we'll see how that dries down, and we'll review it. So, folks, thank you so much for joining us for these last 8 or 9 days of videos. We certainly appreciate it. Come and see us at the Shaving Cadre. I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. Last video for the week. We'll see you again on Sunday. So if you have not joined the contest yet, please make sure you look at that video from Sunday on how to enter. And I'll be announcing the razors on the order they're in. Give it one more day, and then I'll announce the winner. So again, thank you so much for joining us, folks. I certainly appreciate it, and have a wonderful, wonderful week.